I'm not shaming anybody who is a member of an MLM, but what I am shaming is the practices that several MLM representatives have displayed in the midst of a global pandemic. Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel, Talking with Timaiah. My name is Timaiah. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button before we even get started, because I would love to have you guys join the family. But let's get into today's video, because I don't want it to be too long, but I do want it to be informative enough to give you guys the insight that I feel like a lot of people are looking for right now. But in addition to kind of just sharing my perspective and my opinion, I also want to just refer you guys to other channels who actually devote their content to this very topic. So let's just get into it. First, a bit about my background. I did just complete law school in business school, so I have my JD and my MBA, and now I'm currently preparing to take the California bar exam to become a licensed attorney. So I do understand the legal side of things as well as the business side of things. In addition to being a law student and a business student, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 18 years old. I understand what it means to start my own business, run my own business. And so I just want to give you guys that context before I dive into this topic. There are two vastly different opinions or schools of thought when it comes to MLMs. So first, what is an MLM? Throughout this video, I will reference different sources. I will read from things just so that there is no confusion about what is being discussed here. I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys facts, because I am not speaking from a place of emotion. Like I have no emotional ties to this. What I'm more upset about in my reasoning for wanting to create this video is because I feel as though a lot of people are behaving unethically in the midst of a pandemic. So first thing that I'm going to talk about before we get into this is, what is a MLM? I'm sure you guys have seen the residue of MLMs all over social media, because right now they are present and accounted for, which is really what drove me to make this video. But for reference, for those of you guys who don't know what an MLM is, I do want to read the Investopedia definition of an MLM. So, an MLM, also known as multi-level marketing, is a strategy that some direct sales companies use to encourage existing distributors to recruit new distributors who are paid a percentage of their recruits' sales. The recruits are the distributors' downline. So remember these terms, downline. The recruits are these distributors' downline. Distributors also make money through direct sales of products to customers. So you will see this with companies who are selling different skincare products, beauty products, hair products, health products, you name it, but the products are really less significant. It's more so the business model that I am addressing today. The real reason why I felt like I had no choice but to make this video is because I can't sit there and see people being preyed on in the midst of a pandemic. And I have seen this far too much on social media. Honestly, every single day that I scroll, I see someone trying to profit off of people's panic. And to me, I believe that's absurd, and I think that there's not enough information around the topic, especially in my community, and the people who watch me and look to me. So I really want to just kind of give you guys insight, the legal insight, the business insight, but just also my own personal opinions. I do want to also give this disclaimer. I am not talking down on anybody who does this. I don't think that anybody who is a part of an MLM is less than. I don't have a problem with the people who are doing this. I'm not judging people's character or anything like that, because just like the many people who have fallen victim to this structure, they probably have just as well. A lot of people see this as an opportunity to get financial freedom. A lot of people think this is their way out because that's what they're told. So if you're not someone who's going to go out there and do your due diligence, ask the hard-hitting questions, you could easily be one of these people who fall victim to an MLM. So I guess from me stating that, you can kind of see where I fall in terms of my beliefs. I'm not a radical anti-MLM person, but I don't believe in the MLM business structure. So my concern with MLMs is not the commission side of things. Commission is a part of a lot of different business structures. That's a thing, that's always been a thing. I have no issue with someone promoting a product that they love and telling people, yeah, this is a really good product. You can use my code and you can buy it and I will get commission from this company. Like, none of that is an issue to me. So many businesses and industries work on a commission model. My issue with MLMs comes to play when we are dealing with the recruitment model. And the reason for that is because it has been known, it has been tested, it has been shown that oftentimes MLM representatives or distributors prey on vulnerable people. And that is evidenced by what's going on right now in the midst of a global pandemic. We are seeing it right now front and center. People using the fear, the hysteria that so many people are dealing with. People's real life concerns are on the forefront. And a lot of MLM representatives are capitalizing on that. So, for reference, you can't make false claims about your business, about what your product does, and put that on social media. That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal. You can't do that. You can't say, if you use this product, you're less likely to get the coronavirus. That's illegal and a lie. It's an illegal lie. But most importantly, it's illegal. And that is happening. That is on social media as we speak, and that is illegal. You can't tell people things like, I have never made this much money in this business until now. I am not fazed by the coronavirus. We're making more money now than we ever did. That's illegal. And it's a lie, but it's also illegal. So that's the issue that's happening right now. And it's not just an issue that I'm personally having. One of the big dogs, the Federal Trade Commission, is having an issue with that. So I'm going to put on the screen right here the warning letter that the FTC has been sending to some of your favorite MLM companies, because this is a real concern and this is something that is really hurting people. Way more than it's helping them. It's really not helping them in any way, but it's really hurting people. So I want to just read a little bit from this warning letter so that you guys can get a little bit of insight about what's really going on with the legal side of things. So the FTC sent 10 letters to targeted companies who have been pitching business opportunities that are supposed to have health benefits during the global pandemic. The FTC also sent warning letters to multi-level marketers regarding not only their health claims, but their earning claims. And they have made it clear that both them and their representatives are not able to make those claims related to coronavirus. So the FTC, they're busy. I don't know if you guys know what they do, but they do a lot of regulating, and it's a lot. They do a lot. So they would have never taken time out of their busy days in the midst of a global pandemic to address this issue if it was not an issue. So that's my issue. My issue is that there are people who are preying on vulnerable people. And in normal life, when things are okay, we're not dealing with the pandemic, a lot of times people who are directly affected by MLMs are minority communities, immigrant communities, military wives or spouses who spend a lot of time at home away from their immediate families. These are people who are often targeted, college students, people who are more vulnerable and are more eager to make what they believe would be money, more money. But the sad reality is there is so much information out there that makes it clear that this is not the way to get financial freedom. If this was a way to get financial freedom, we would see a lot more people jumping on board willingly. It wouldn't be people being pestered in their direct messages, people being bombarded with, I have a business opportunity, if this was something that was really making people more money. You have to understand that the MLM approach that a lot of MLM representatives take is not because they're making so much money. It's because they want you to join, because as a result, they will get money from you joining. That's the gimmick. That's the issue that I have with the MLM business structure. I don't have a problem with the CEO and people working under them, and if you work here, it's hourly and you do this and you do that. That's not my concern. Commission, not my concern. The recruitment model. The model that you are going to manipulate people by making false claims. You're going to manipulate people by living a false lifestyle that you don't truly live, but displaying that on social media. You're going to manipulate people and tell them that you're making so much more money as a result of the pandemic, and tell them like, hey, I see you lost your job. I didn't lose my job because I'm still selling stuff. So come give me your money and I'll get a portion of that. And then you tell your friend and she'll give you a portion and I'll get a portion of that too. No. That's my concern. And that is the structure. So I'm not saying every single MLM representative is predatory. No. I'm not saying that every MLM representative makes not a living income. No, there are 2 or so people in every company. Just kidding. That's just sarcasm. I'm really sarcastic. Let's get serious. No, but I will say that there are things like income disclosure statements that will show you who is making a living wage in this company. And by living wage, I mean minimum wage. Who is making enough money to sustain themselves? The numbers are making it clear that this is not financial freedom. In all reality, MLM distributors are the company's biggest customer. That is how the company even has a bottom line, because the distributors are the ones who are purchasing the products. For some MLM companies, they require the distributors to purchase products every single month. Not every MLM company has that requirement, but even if they don't have that requirement, what they expect is that you're going to purchase the products, because how can you market to people? How can you be a distributor if you don't know how the product works? You see? You're always buying, they're always making money, you're getting more people to join, they're buying, you're getting money from them who are joining, and it's just a whole thing that I don't care for, because the people who are always left hurt, the people who are always left worse off, the people who always end up losing money instead of making money are the people who were more vulnerable, the people who came from minority communities, the people who felt as though they really wanted to finally have some financial freedom, but they got anything but that. So that brings me to my next point. There are companies now who are using the very people that so many people look up to market these products, and that presents another concern for me. If you're someone who's impressionable, you're someone who has an idol who's going on Instagram every day showing you this product, making you believe that this product has all of these benefits and this and that and this and that, and we're going to talk about the products in a second, but this person is telling you all of these things about this product, whatever the product may be, because every single MLM has a product in some way, because that's the reason why they're able to operate legally. I'll talk about that in a second. But if your biggest influence is doing that, telling you, I love this product, but you can also make money off of it. If you're somebody who's more vulnerable or somebody who just believes in that person, it's easy for you to fall victim to that business model. Now, I'm not telling people don't join an MLM. Like, I'm not an MLM advocate, but I'm telling I'm not an MLM advocate, anti-MLM advocate, or anti-MLM crusader. I try to remain neutral and informative. As an attorney very soon and an entrepreneur, I just want to bring information, but also I want to give you guys a bit of perspective so that you can understand how this is working. There are people who see their biggest influences promoting products that they claim to be the holy grail products of the world, and as a result, these people will then join this business or this company and believe that not only will they get all of these crazy amazing benefits from the product, but they'll also make so much money and have financial freedom. I don't care for that new thing that a lot of MLM companies are doing. They are really using these role models, these people who they know have influence, and they're attempting to use them essentially to recruit, there we go again, to recruit people who are vulnerable, people who might be more impressionable, people who might just be inspired by this person. And so that's another issue that I have. So back to the products. A lot of people do refer to MLMs as a pyramid scheme. So I do want to give you guys the definition of a pyramid scheme and tell you why a lot of MLMs, not all of them, because there have been some MLM companies who have been found to be pyramid schemes, but the reason why a lot of them are able to work around this pyramid scheme construct is because they have a product. A pyramid scheme works on a purely recruitment model. There's no product involved. So that is like a way that they've been able to kind of bypass the illegality of a pyramid scheme. But let me just give you guys the actual definition of a pyramid scheme. I previously told you guys the MLM definition, so remember the key things from that. But a pyramid scheme, alternatively, a pyramid scheme is a sketchy and unsustainable business model where a few top-level members recruit newer members who pay upfront costs up the chain to those who enrolled them, as newer members in turn recruit underlinings of their own. A portion of the subsequent fees they receive is also kicked up the chain, often called pyramid scams. These operations are illegal. Oh, it says illegal in some countries, aka our country that we're in. So we're clear. So that is a pyramid scheme, and it is illegal. So the beauty of the MLM is that they have this product. So that's what they try to emphasize. The product, it's the product. But if it was just the product, they would just have a solely commission model, in my opinion. It'll be just commission. Maybe they would be in stores. Maybe there would be more prevalence. Maybe there would be more popularity around the product. But instead, it's not just the product, it's the lifestyle that's mostly promoted by a lot of MLM distributors. They promote a lifestyle, financial freedom, wealth, beauty, glamour, body goals, all of these things. They're promoting a lifestyle in hopes that people will join in and be recruited into this lifestyle. And as you see, we're not talking about the product at all. It's more so a lifestyle that they're promoting. So that is kind of my big concerns. I really just want people to be vigilant. I want people to be mindful. I want people to do their own research. Everything that glitters is not gold. And if it sounds too good to be true, the reality is it might be. Now, I'm not going to come out here and say that every single person who is a part of an MLM is not making money and they don't have this and they don't have that. But I will say that the way these things typically work is the people who are actually making living or a livable amount of money from this, or even acquiring wealth. There are people who have gained wealth from MLMs. I want to be clear about that. But they were one of the first for you to get in there. So of course they gained wealth because they were able to recruit and recruit and recruit. And every single new recruit, they get a portion. They get a portion. They get a portion. It's going up. It's going up. It's going up. It's going up. So they got it. I don't believe in creating a business model that sets you up to fail out the gate. And I see so many MLM representatives who have drive. These people they could be the next Elon Musk. These people are entrepreneurial. They're smart. They're witty. They're charismatic. And they are promoting these products for these companies when in all reality, these companies, in my opinion, I don't believe that they truly care about their distributors in the way that they should. I don't believe they support their distributors in the way that they should. And that's been evidenced by so much research. I could have a series about this. But some of these people could be some of the greatest entrepreneurs to ever touch the face of the earth. So what I say is, if you're somebody and you are considering an MLM, or you're somebody who's currently in an MLM, evaluate your circumstances. Ask yourself, how much money have you made? But in addition to asking yourself that, ask yourself, how much money have you put in? How often are you putting back into the company? When you have your own business, you're going to be putting into your own company, but you're going to get revenue from that. You're going to get profits from that. You're going to get more customers from that. And it's going to go to you. When you're a distributor for an MLM, you're getting a commission based off of all of this hard work that you're doing. So my last thing I want to say is, people who are MLM distributors, a lot of times you'll hear them refer to themselves as a CEO, or I'm a business owner, or of my beauty business. And the hard facts is, when it comes to the executive suite and who is sitting in there and who's making the tough decisions and who's actually getting the letters from the FTC, it's not them, because they are independent contractors essentially promoting a product for a company. They're not in the C-suite. If they can't make a decision about what new products are launched, if they can't decide how are we going to deal with this new FTC warning, if they don't have that capability, chances are they're not a CEO, they're not a business owner, but they can be. That's my big point. They can be a CEO. They can be a business owner, because so many of them have the drive, they have the acumen, they have the the support groups. They have all these friends and all of these people who are in their downline or upline, so they can be that person if that's what they want and if that's what you want. But I don't want people to believe that the way to becoming a CEO or a business owner or a boss babe is by joining a multi-level marketing company. So I would just say, as someone who runs several businesses and is about to be an attorney, God willing, just think about that. And if you're somebody and you feel as though you have gotten into this MLM early enough, you feel as though you have the ability to make money from this, you feel as though you are going about this in a way that's not predatory, and you're not trying to prey on people's downfall, but in all reality, you're really trying to help people reach financial freedom because you truly believe that, and you're not trying to seek out people who you know are in more vulnerable states or who don't really have the money to even cough up at the outset, then do what you're doing. So that's what I want to be clear about. I'm not shaming anybody who is a member of an MLM, but what I am shaming is the practices that several MLM representatives have displayed in the midst of a global pandemic. I'm shaming that, but I'm also shaming it from any trying to prey on anybody who's vulnerable. This predatory approach is not ideal for any business, especially if it's a business that in all reality is not even your own. And that's just what it is. I kept it real. That's what it is. Don't try me in these comments because I don't really play those games. That is the law behind it. That's the business side of it. And my ultimate opinion is, if this is what you choose to do, please do it ethically. Please do it responsibly. Please be mindful that people are people, not just paychecks and commission cuts. That's it. Make sure you guys subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace be with you.